Hello. Hello again, fellow people that are following me. Um, Today is going to be a day where I'm just going to do some stretching. Uh, um, because it's the end of the day. I haven't done any stretching. About a week, actually like 2 weeks ago, I was at some yoga and they're doing some pretty cool stretching, so I started incorporating it a bit into my gym routine. Um, which, by the way, I would say is not exactly a routine. It's just, um, it's mainly a, it's just a habit. I just go to the gym and then do certain exercises. I will tell you from this view on the ground, though, my floor is kind of a mess. Also, if you can tell from the background, like my room's kind of a mess. Mostly, I've just been in like kind of panic mode in terms of like finances, but like, well, actually, no, you know what? That's not even true. Mainly, like yesterday, I was just um, kind of not in a great place financially with like $100 in my bank account and no like concrete plan. Like, I guess one of my morals and one of the things that I kind of do is just I don't really act until I'm forced to. So um, sometimes like that's just what happened, or like if I have a good reason why. Like recently, I haven't had a really strong direction about what I want to do, where I want to go. I mean, I know I've stated on this channel a couple of times that I'm gonna do drop shipping, um, and I'm gonna sell something online. I think in terms of like what I'm mostly what I'm mostly like just trying to figure out right now is like how am I gonna make money like the next few months. Um, I think I really didn't know what I was gonna do up until recently, where I was kind of forced to make a decision between um, going back to school, kind of taking the incentive from my parents, or just continuing along with my life. And in terms of like framing like how I'm continuing along with my life, like I could say, you know, there's certain ways I could frame it, like um, I'd rather not just. I mean, honestly, continuing on with my life is just not like that's probably a fine explanation. It's just like I was ready to start living. Um, I was ready to, you know, follow my moral code. Like I have not believed in school the last however many years, couple years since I actually started trying in my life. Um, I think when I started trying, I started going to the gym. I started trying to figure out how to make money. Alexa, pause. Um, and I think, yeah, when I really started trying in my life, that's when I started realizing that, like, when I go to school, I'm supposed to learn things, and if I'm not learning things that help me make money, then I can't really solve the money problem because there's like, if you solve them, like something I heard recently is if you solve the money problem, you solve, or like if you get enough money, you solve every problem that um, can be solved with money. And that's a lot of problems, honestly, like in terms of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I guess there's like food and water. I don't know, I talked about this recently. Maybe that's not the best example. um, Honestly, like, I swear I sound like super serious like on this channel sometimes, like quite a bit. And well, no, not honestly, not all the time, I guess, because I'm like kind of joking sometimes, and yeah, kind of making some weird, wacky videos. I made that video showing me eating fresh coast and on the bike recently, so I was pretty proud of that one. But maybe it wasn't maybe that's not like what you guys want to hear like the most or like see the most. It was very like very strict like social media kind of content, so um, like nothing like supernatural like this. I would consider this a lot more of some like natural type content. Um, Anyways, I'm kind of all over the place a little bit. For tomorrow's plan, I'm going to. I've set blocks of 2 hours, so I'm gonna try and wake up at. Well, I'll have to plan out my morning specifically a bit more, because I feel like the morning and the nighttime, those are kind of the two most important times. I'm gonna try and get a really good sleep right now, and then wake up early in the morning and go for a run. Um, I might have to adjust my schedule because I think I might already be past it, um, like to get a good sleep. But I'll have to adjust my schedule a little bit. But I want to go for a run in the morning, um, maybe at the Galloping Goose, and start building a bit more routine. Start building consistency and habits in the right direction. I was reading a bit of Atomic Habits, and I set a timer for 35 minutes, and I said, I have to get through this. I have to just keep reading this book. It's one of those life changing books that I read um, a few months ago. Not a few months ago, like a while ago. That's when I really started going to the gym. That's when I started taking my health seriously. Um, Also, by the way, going to yoga for that one session was like a really good decision. So I think I'm gonna try and do an um, like group workout session while I still have like my membership at Carsa. Um, so yeah. Oh, Carsa, by the way, is the gym at UVic that's close to where I live. They have like group fitness, rock climbing, um, and workouts. So that's just where I work out and do live my daily life, like quite a bit. I go work out there. I have two gym memberships at the moment because I really didn't know what my plans were. I thought I was going to live at home with my parents for the next few months, but I kind of tried that for a few days and I wasn't growing. I wasn't becoming the best version of myself. And it's just not the version of myself that I want to see, like, become. Like, even for like 4 months, like, it's just devastating to my like mentality. I, I mean, there's a reason that I'm like on this direction, on this path. And I talked to my landlord today, and it looks like he was sharing the room to somebody else, but I think he's gonna give the room to me, provided that I have the funds. But it looks like my credit limit was extended by BMO, $1,000. So the $400 that I made yesterday plus $1,000 credit that I'll have a little bit more time to just kind of figure out what I'm doing. I'll still have to make maybe another couple $100 like in the next maybe 3 days. I would say I probably have 3 days to like kind of figure out like where my next few $100 are going to come from, which I could probably just do with window cleaning in a few days. But for right now, I'm just chilling. Honestly, I kind of wasted today a little bit. I was playing Overwatch. I kind of just sat, did nothing. I think that's okay. Like, it's a starting point. Um, and we're just gonna try and get a little bit better. Um, Try and have habits and focus on like things in the right direction. So we're gonna keep reading that book because we're gonna stick with it, and that's a habit. Reading that book is a habit, so it needs to be read all the way through. Even if I find some nuggets and I pause, like I have to get through that book. And also now I have a new habit that I want to focus on a little bit, which is the financial habit. Because really feeling this at zero again, like a second time, um, because I know I felt like zero like a few months ago, and then I had a whole window cleaning business that was profitable with me making like $500 days, and somehow I came out the other end of that like having like nothing. So yeah, I'm definitely done this stretch by now if I've done it right, but um, I really shouldn't have come like out of that with nothing. So that's me and my finances. Um, Anyways, I'm gonna log off here and call it a night. Get a good sleep. Go for a run tomorrow morning. See you guys.